Welcome back to another video. If you have ever found yourself saying like, "Bleh, email is so boring. Why do I have to do that in order to grow my practice? I want clients. I don't want to worry about emailing them. And I don't think that my patients even want to hear from me via email." If you find yourself getting the ick about emails, this is a video for you, because in this video, we are going to talk about why email marketing is so underrated and such a helpful tool for marketing your practice and your business. So stick around. If you're new here, my name is Morgan and I am a physical therapist, and I've had my own cash-based PT practice since 2019, and I have been in business coaching and marketing coaching since 2020, helping other PTs, OTs, and other healthcare providers all across the country learn how to start and grow their own successful practices. If this is something that you would like to get started with ASAP and you are looking for help, I would love to have you check out more on our coaching program, DPT to CEO. And you can find more about these services at morganmeese.com, and the links will all be in the description below. Okay, so I've got a bunch of notes here, and so you're going to see my eyes moving back and forth. But the reason is that I feel very passionately about email marketing, and it is like I said, it is, I think it's super underrated. It's not like super sexy, and most people don't think about it when they are first getting started in marketing for their practice and for their business. You know, most of the time we think about paid advertising. We of course think about social media. We think about networking groups, and just trying to put your name out there. But email is really often forgot about. And honestly, it is probably one of my biggest regrets when I first started my practice, of not starting an email list. Even if I wasn't actively doing email marketing, collecting emails and collecting contact information should have been like right up there on my priority list. Like after getting the practice, like the business set up and everything, next item on the agenda should have been to start collecting emails and creating an email list. And I want to share with you why. And if you know me, you know, I love some data, I love some stats. And so I'm going to share with you some more information on that, because the numbers don't lie. The objective information does not lie, and it helps to inform us as to why email marketing is so important. So I'm going to read these off of my notes so I get them accurate. So these stats help to put things into terms that we know and love, mainly money, dollar signs. And that is why email marketing is so important. You know, you might be thinking, is it really worth it? And I will tell you, yes, in terms of the dollars. So the average ROI, or return on investment, for email marketing comes out to be anywhere between $36 to $40 for every dollar spent. And for these stats, I'm also going to leave some links down below of where I got them from if you want to go and check it out and learn more about it. Email marketing ROI counts as any money that you spent specifically for your email marketing campaign. This includes advertisement, creating targeted email marketing campaigns, collecting email lists, or other important aspects of marketing. So if you are spending money to get leads through, say, like Facebook and Instagram advertising, that money that you're spending on it, if you are investing into like somebody who is a copywriter to help you write your emails, or even a virtual assistant to help you craft emails on a regular basis and set up email automations, all in for the money that you are spending on email marketing, the ROI for every dollar spent comes out to be between $36 to $40. And that is wild. I don't know if you can say that about social media. I didn't do any research. So if I'm wrong on that, please like leave a comment below and we can do some more like deep dives into data on social media as well. But that's one of my favorite things about email, is that there are stats that are directly tied to how much revenue your business is going to make based on how big your email list is, and of course, how often you're nurturing that list. And we love data. That directly correlates to how much money that you're going to make in the business. Stat number 2. Email remains a significantly more effective way to acquire customers than social media, nearly 40 times that of Facebook and Twitter combined. And that's because 91% of all US consumers still use email daily. And the rate at which emails prompt purchases is not only estimated to be at least 3 times that of social media, but the average order value is also 17% higher. these stats, as I was like putting them together and everything, it was just like, yes, yes, yes. We love email marketing. And on top of this, honestly, like stats aside, I think one of the biggest things that it's so important about having an email list is that it is an audience that you truly own compared to any audience that you build on social media. You do not actually own that audience. And I had a specific example here that I'll share with you, and then a more recent example, actually. So a few years ago, I want to say this was maybe in 2021 or 2022, there was a day where both Facebook and Instagram went down for about 4 hours. It was inaccessible. And of course, like everybody was freaking out. Eventually, obviously, it came back online. Then the more recent example that we saw was with the TikTok ban. And that impacted so many businesses. And at least as of the recording right now, at the end of January of 2025, TikTok came back online, but not sure where it's going to go. But with that one example of Facebook and Instagram going down, and then another example of TikTok potentially going down as well, social media platforms can go dark at any time. They might just decide to take them down and not bring them back up again. RIP Vine. And with an email marketing list, that is an audience that will never go away. There are tons of different email marketing softwares out there. And of course, like you can manually collect emails and put them in a spreadsheet as well. And you will always retain that audience. So even if your social media platforms do go down at some point, you don't have to start over from scratch in building an audience, building a community, and building a lead list. And that is why it is so important. If you always have an email list, you always have leads to contact to see if they are interested in working with you and getting help, and becoming customers, becoming patients, becoming clients. So I cannot emphasize enough how important it is. And the good news is that it's really simple, really easy to add into your marketing strategy. And I guess I would say there are like a few different levels of implementing email marketing. And today we're going to talk about how to grow your list. But at the very baseline, like I said earlier on, you should just create an email list. You can put it in a spreadsheet, in Excel, in Google Sheets of names and email addresses, phone numbers if you have them. You could add Instagram handles too if you want to, but at least name and email address into a spreadsheet. And that's like level 0. And you don't do anything with it, but you just collect that contact information and put it into a spreadsheet. Level 0 complete. And that's where you can start today. If it feels like too much to try to add everything in right now, that's fine, but start there. And then level 1 would be to use some kind of an email marketing software, put that email list in there. And then what we are going to talk about to continue to grow your list is through the use of a free lead magnet. And so then you can commence your email marketing by having an automated email nurture sequence go out. So like when somebody puts in their email address to download your free PDF on like the top 10 best stretches for runners or something like that, they put in their email address, then they get automatically sent that PDF. And then over a period of time, we usually do, I would say somewhere between like 6 to 12 weeks, there is an automated email sequence that goes out thereafter that you set up once, and it's a good amount of work to set up at the beginning, but you set up one time and then it goes on forever and continues to nurture your leads for you, automated in the background passively, which is what we all love to hear in terms of like marketing tools, marketing tactics. Passive things is good. That would be kind of like level 1. And then level 2 might be adding in regular email newsletters on a monthly, bi-monthly, weekly basis. Level 3 would be adding in more promotional emails on a regular basis as well. And then I would say like level 5, which is something that I'm trying to start working on as well, is maybe adding in a little bit more like personal, relatable content where you're really allowing your audience to get to know you through the written word rather than with our newsletters. It's a little bit more content heavy, and our promotional emails being more sales or bottom of funnel driven, promoting your healthcare services to them. So it's a bunch of different levels, right? And you don't have to start up at level 3, 4, and 5. We encourage you to get there, but just start off level 0, collect emails, and then level 1, we need to set up some kind of automated way to continue to collect those emails and continue to grow our list. So let's talk about some ideas on how to grow that email list. And so let's go back to, I think, like what the easiest place to start to grow your list is going back to the ideas that I mentioned earlier on in this video about just like ways to market your business. One of the first ways that is most often suggested to newer practice owners is to do in-person or even online events, putting on workshops, seminars, webinars to attract people to their audience. We always recommend when you're doing an in-person event to have some kind of like RSVP or registration list if possible. If for some reason you can't do that, then at the very least have a sign up or sign in sheet at the event and have people sign in with their name, email, or phone number so that after the event, you can follow up with everybody who attended, and all of those emails can go onto your email list. So that's like one thing that you can do to start adding into your email list. And like I said, it can be very manual at first. You don't have to get like tech fancy by any means, but we need to collect the contact information, the emails of the people who are attending your events. And then for most webinars, you typically do have people register through some kind of a form or a webinar software that you're using, and they will put in their email address so that they can get access to the live event itself, to the replays, whatever it is. So that's like the first thing. If you are doing events, you should be collecting emails, and those emails should go onto your email list. Second place, going back to social media. So we talked about setting up some kind of a free lead magnet. Most of the time, we set this up and have a form on our website for that. But if you don't have a website yet, don't panic. You can still have a lead magnet and still send it out through email. You just have to advertise it on your social media, on your Instagram, and you can put up a post and say, we have these like free top 10 stretches for runners in a downloadable ebook. We'd love to send it out. It's totally free. Just comment me below or DM me your email address and I can send it over to you. So something like really simple like that. So kind of manual, again, with posting organic content and promoting the ebook. And then you would take the email address, either send it manually, not really recommended, but you can start there, or put the email address into your email marketing software. And so you can start to collect leads, grow your list, and get people onto the list through promoting a free lead magnet on social media. And that's also a great way to start conversations with people. And you can also get into automation. There are softwares out there that do allow you to do that, where when somebody DMs you a certain word, they'll just get automatically sent the lead magnet and automatically added into your email marketing software. If you are somebody where computers and technology is not like your forte, maybe don't start there. Sometimes I like to encourage people to do it manually at first, so you get a feel of what the process and workflow is and what you want it to look like, so that when you build the animation, you can tell the software the workflow that you want. I hope that makes sense, but I think sometimes that can be helpful too. But if you do have a website and you have the lead form set up on your website to collect contact information, and it's a separate landing page on your website, is probably what I would recommend if you're sending out a link to people saying, sign up on this link, and then we'll send you a free lead magnet. If you have that landing page set up, then you could also incorporate that into what you're doing on social media. So whether it is posting content and saying, DM me and I'll send you the ebook when people DM you, then you can send them that sign up link if you would rather, or you can send them to the link in your bio. So there are like different workflows, again, like I said, that you can try, but there are all kinds of ways where you can promote some kind of free value and content in exchange for somebody's contact information. And then third way, this is how you do it on autopilot. So for all my people out there who are like, passive is the name of the game, just know Anything that you're trying to do passively, it requires a ton of work up front. But as long as you're okay with that, then there's a lot of things that you can set up to run in the background. So, paid advertising, this is what we are consistently doing to help grow our email list. And it's what I encourage for other practice owners, who have maybe like a couple $100s a month that they can spend on ads. It's a great place to start. And like we even had one student in our coaching program who is now a part of our team at DPT to CEO, Karen. She was getting contacts onto her email list, I believe for her free lead magnet for like 75 cents a lead. And what's really cool about this, and I want to point this out for anybody who, feels like a little bit hesitant about like investing more money into their business when they're first getting started, is you have to think about it in terms of time or money. You have to find people to talk to on a regular basis in order to grow your business. And so it's either a question of, are you going to spend your time finding those contacts and those leads, or do you want to spend a little bit of money and save yourself a ton of time? Especially when you are a solo business owner, your time is so limited that sometimes investing a little bit into paid advertising to get leads, to generate leads, can be well worth it. And paid advertising, of course, is a whole other conversation, but I love it because I think it's pretty low key. Imagine if you spent whatever, 75 cents per lead, even $1 a lead, and you spent $5 a day and had 5 new people to talk to every single day, and you don't have to do any of the prospecting yourself. You're going to save yourself so much time, and then you're going to be able to spend all of that time that you saved on having conversations with people and, promoting your services, potentially converting people into clients. So just something to think about. As always, there's all kinds of things you can do for marketing, and you have to figure out what's going to work best for you. But I'm a big fan of this. And so that's what we have set up is in our paid ads. It advertises our free lead magnet. And then we have the automation set up to send those leads, those contacts into our email marketing software every day. And at this time, we'll have anywhere between, like I said, for like a few dollars a day, anywhere between, I would say maybe like 30 to 60 leads coming in a month. And so of course, like if we like cranked up the budget on that, we would be able to increase that a ton as well. So I think it's really cool to be able to add that in. But as always, disclaimer on the ads, I'm also a big fan of, if it's something that you want to do paid advertising, you should learn a little bit about how it works at the beginning, and maybe work with a coach, like somebody like me or one of our team members who are familiar with advertising. Learn how the system works. And then that way, if you are to hire somebody to do your ads for you, you will know what they're talking about. You'll know what you're looking for. You'll be able to look at the metrics and see if the system is working or not. Anyway, that's my opinion, is you should know a little bit about it at first, maybe another conversation as well. But yeah, so all together, how to grow your email list. 3 like very simple things you can do is, whenever you are doing events in the community, have some kind of RSVP list or even a sign-in list at the event. Social media, you can promote a free lead magnet and collect emails that way, or you can set up paid advertising to promote your free lead magnet and collect emails that way as well. And there are other ways to grow your list, but I find these to be the best. Something that I don't have a ton of knowledge on, so I will say that up front, but there are also options where you can go out and purchase lists of contact information. I'm not a fan of that. I would rather fill my email list and my audience with people who are like quote unquote like warm leads, because they've opted in to whatever I have to offer, signaling at least like 1% they're interested in hearing from me, versus when you go out and like purchase a whole list of people to talk to. I don't love adding them to an email list because they didn't ask to be there. So anyway, just something to kind of look out for. I know some people do it and it works really well for them, but I'm just not a huge fan of that myself. So I hope that this all helps. And I'd love to hear, in the comments, are you doing email marketing right now? And if so, how's it going? What kind of questions you have? I'd be happy to talk about it. And if you are interested in learning more about marketing stuff, I'd encourage you to hit the subscribe button and stick around with us because I love marketing. I think it's so fun to talk about. And we have a ton of marketing content coming your way this year. So if you don't already have an email list, get one. Like I said, start at level 0, make a spreadsheet, name email addresses, just put it in there. And then from there, you can start to work on setting up some kind of automated nurture sequence when people download a lead magnet or they join your email list. And it really is like it can be a long-term game, but at the same time, emails, another reason that I love them is because between email and social media, not everybody on your social media following list is going to see your content, but everybody who's on your email list will receive your emails unless they're going to spam, but that's a different thing. It's email is such a direct way to reach every single person in your audience, and that also makes it stand out as like a really viable marketing tool. And then like last thing with this, as you continue to grow your email list, you are going to see over time that you'll have people responding to your emails, asking about your services, and boom, we've got a way that we can generate clients. If that is something that you are interested in, I'd also love to hear more about it in the comments, whatever questions you guys have. So thank you so much for watching this video. And again, if you are a PT, OT, healthcare provider, health and wellness professional, and you would like to start and grow a successful solo practice and business this year, we'd love to work with you. And you can find out more information about our coaching program, business coaching program at morganmeese.com. And we'll put the links down in the description below. And then I will see you on the next one.